We don't want to jinx anything, but it appears spring-like weather might be here to stay. Chris is tracking our warmest and stormiest week yet. And as the number of coronavirus cases in the U.S. inches closer to 1 million, several states are getting ready to reopen their economies this week. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's 6:30 in the morning on April 26th. This month is really flying by.
It really is. It's almost May.
I know, almost May, and that means warmer weather. I was walking in the Atwood neighborhood yesterday, and they now have 2 new ice cream shops open. The chocolate shop actually just moved a couple blocks down, and then they have a new place called the Atwood Scoop. So I know they were practicing social distancing, so we might have to have a socially distant group outing to one of them. What do you say?
We may have to do that at some point. Ice cream weather is certainly something that more and more folks are getting ready for.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, we're looking at warmer temperatures, and as you said, things are looking stormier as well in the week ahead. So it's with that I encourage everyone to enjoy today. This is Weather Track from the overnight hours to where we are right now. And you see those clouds really moving away. So places like Janesville, you're waking up and it's still cloudy. Here in Madison, that sunshine is making a return. Doppler track is completely free of the rain and showers over the upper Midwest. If you want to find showers, we have to work our way towards the Ohio Valley. Parts of Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio are really getting in on the rainfall action right now while we are remaining dry. 39 is our temperature at the moment. 43 in Janesville right now. Lone Rock at 32, and even some 20 showing up as you work your way north and west. That's where those skies are able to clear out a little bit overnight. But here's what's to expect as we look ahead. 45 by 8 a.m. We'll see those temperatures at 57 by the time we get you towards noon, and we are going into the low 60s today. It's going to feel nice.
That is the right direction, and all that sunshine is going to be such a welcome change. Yesterday was kind of a gloomy day.
It was.
Although it felt nice.
It was nice. I was going to say, but today is it's the get outside day.
Okay.
For sure.
You're the authority on that, so thank you so much, Chris.
My pleasure.
We're following developing news this morning. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is investigating a deadly crash that closed down part of US 14 at Highway 92 near Stoughton overnight. Deputies tell us a driver crashed just before 1 a.m. That person was pronounced dead on scene. Now deputies are trying to figure out what caused that crash. And Madison police arrested a man overnight after a burglary at the Wonder Bar Steakhouse across the street from the Alliant Energy Center. Officers say just before 1 a.m. a call came in for that burglary. When officers arrived, they arrested Najee T. Westbrooks. He is now booked in the Dane County Jail. Several states are getting ready to reopen this week, even as the number of people infected by the coronavirus here in the U.S. inches closer to 1 million. Colorado, Minnesota, and Montana all plan to ease social distancing and stay-at-home restrictions this week. And starting tomorrow, our neighbors to the west, Iowa, will reopen elective surgeries and farmers markets. Nationally, there have been nearly 54,000 coronavirus deaths reported and more than 939,000 cases. Decisions to reopen go against a University of Washington model suggesting no state should open its economy before May 1st, and many should wait even longer. Wisconsin's second safer-at-home order expires 1 month from today, and this weekend some Wisconsinites are showing their support for it in a counter-protest called the Safer at Home Rally. People are asked to post photos, videos, and words of encouragement for healthcare workers online using the hashtag #SaferAtHomeWisconsin. I support Governor Evers, and you are why I stay home. Organizer Mary Beth Glenn understands why some protesters want the order lifted, but says reopening our state now won't restore public trust and generate profits for businesses.
It's not as though we all are ready to stay in our homes until a vaccine comes out, because that's really not, that's not how it works. But there is middle ground there.
Not all Wisconsinites agree. A vocal group of around 1,500 protested outside the state capitol on Friday. Wisconsin health officials are reporting 336 new cases of the virus this weekend, bringing the state's total to more than 5,700. Saturday's increase in cases is just 4 shy of the state's largest so far, which happened Friday. At least 268 people have died from complications of the coronavirus here in Wisconsin. 47% have already recovered from their infections. Experts say life could soon return to normal if the ability to test for the virus is significantly increased. Dr. Anthony Fauci says that the U.S. should double coronavirus testing in the coming weeks.
We don't want to get fixated. Right now, we're doing about 1.52 million per week. We probably should get up to twice that as we get into the next several weeks, and I think we will. Testing is an important part of what we're doing, but is not the only part.
In this case, Dr. Fauci is referring to testing for the coronavirus itself, not COVID-19 antibodies. Fauci says the U.S. needs enough testing to respond to outbreaks that will happen as social distancing guidelines are relaxed. We're expecting an updated timeline tomorrow from the Madison School District regarding how much longer students will continue learning online. Administrators have suggested virtual lessons will continue through the summer and possibly could continue into the fall, too. They will announce updated plans for the next school year tomorrow alongside a draft of the district's 2021 budget. MMSD students are about to begin their 4th week of virtual learning. Meanwhile, students learning at home are taking advantage of the district's new pilot program, which supplies budding musicians with instruments. The program allows students to continue their musical education from home. Starting Friday, hospitals on the front lines of this pandemic will be receiving $10 billion from the CARES Act. HHS Secretary Alex Azar says this round of funding will be more focused on the hospitals that need it the most, and it'll be based on the number of current patients who have tested positive for the virus. The Hill reports that doctors will be able to start applying for that reimbursement this May. Also this Friday, Target workers are planning a sick out. They want to draw attention to the health risks they say they face every single day. A group called Target Workers Unite claims the company is more focused on sales than employee health. The planned sick out at Target on May 1st also marks International Workers' Day, or May Day. In a statement, the company says it's important that Target team members feel comfortable sharing their concerns. More local news now. All Madison City employees are now required to wear face coverings. Mayor Satya Rose Conway says she made that decision based off of CDC guidelines. Employees will only be required to wear masks while they are on duty. Over the next few weeks, UW Health says it will be sharing stories of the people who are on the front lines of this fight, starting with stories from their physicians who provide general medical care and are working around the new restrictions. UW Health says its hospitals are using new creative solutions like connecting patients via telehealth when they're not allowed to see visitors in person.
I think I didn't realize how we are not allowing visitors in the hospital, and that's for everybody's safety, and that's very important. But it's also very difficult seeing patients alone in the hospital when they're most vulnerable, and I really hope that our patients know and understand why this is so important.
That really is one of the toughest parts in all of this. Another person making a difference is Casey Maxwell, an art teacher from Spring Green. She decided to host a virtual art show after recognizing the disappointment her students were feeling, knowing that their senior art show, typically hosted in an artist's studio, would be canceled. So Maxwell says when she told her students about her idea, they were so excited and quickly submitted their work.
They were relieved and happy that they would get to do something that they had been looking forward to, that not everything was going to be put on hold, and this is something that, because we're doing it virtually, they didn't have to wait for.
Around 30 art students participated in the Facebook show with family and friends tuning in. Time now, 6:38. Restaurant workers have been among the hardest hit by this pandemic. Now several chefs and restaurant owners are getting creative to keep these men and women on their payroll. We'll explain. But first, let's take a live look over the Capitol this morning. The sun's already up. It's nice that it rises this early, right? Chris is tracking your full Sunday morning forecast right after this.
News 3 Now, your local headquarters for coronavirus facts and updates.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
In 1995, Denver Mattress opened its doors to the world, A lot has changed in 25 years, but one thing that stayed the same?
Denver Mattress is still the easiest way to get the right mattress. During the 25th anniversary sale, take 25% off our original Doctor's Choice lineup and shop from home at denvermattress.com, and we'll deliver it free right to your doorstep. Plus, get a $300 Furniture Row gift certificate when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, and 5 years no interest.
Happy birthday, Denver Mattress!
All right, here we go.
On behalf of the physicians,
Nurses, and team members
at Unity Point Health,
we are giving you a collective prescription.
keep staying home.
Keep staying home. Keep staying home.
Staying home.
Staying home.
Keep staying home.
Keep staying home.
As a community, we can all work to keep each other safe.
We'll show up for you.
We will show up for you.
We'll show up for you.
You stay home for us.
You stay home for us.
Stay home for us. Stay home for us.
Right now, staying in touch is more important than ever. So to help you stay connected during this unprecedented time, US Cellular is waiving data overage charges. Now through May, no matter what plan you're on, you'll have the smartphone data you need and not be charged for any overages. That way, you can work from home, check the latest headlines, and stay in touch with family and friends without worrying about your bill. So even if you have to be apart, you can stay in touch. US Cellular.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Happy Sunday, folks. It's all about the return of the sunshine. We've been waiting for it, and that day has finally arrived here in south central Wisconsin. There's some clouds out there right now, but they're all moving away from us. So here's that sun coming over the eastern horizon, folks, and high pressure, that's going to remain in control today. That'll eventually start to send those winds out of the south, too, and that'll really help those warmer temperatures work their way on in. And high pressure remains in control for today and into at least the first part of tomorrow. But by the time we get you into Monday afternoon, we're already starting to watch that next area of low pressure that's going to be moving in from the north and west, bringing in more rain chances. That's why I encourage you to enjoy the beautiful day that we have out there today. Here's Doppler track right now. You see just how quiet things are. There are a lot more rain chances, though. Those are in place over parts of the Ohio Valley and in towards the northeastern Great Lakes. So Pittsburgh through Cincinnati, parts of Kentucky, my hometown of Lexington getting in on the rain. And some of that does go back as far west as eastern Illinois. But folks, we're staying quiet as we go through today. Temperatures, they're getting ready to take off. We're at 39 right now. Winds are out of the north at 6 miles per hour. 43 in Janesville, 41 as you work your way over towards Monroe. We're going to wait for a southerly wind to take over as we go through the rest of today and into tomorrow. By 12:30, temperature's going to be near 57 degrees. That's what happens with drier air and a lot of sunshine. 60 by the time we get you towards 4 o'clock. Now watch this. Here's that southerly wind taking place as we go into Monday. But clouds are on the increase. By lunchtime tomorrow, we may see some showers diving in from the north and west. Those move on towards the south and east fairly quickly as we head into tomorrow afternoon, but the lingering showers will be here. We'll still see those temperatures work their way into the low 60s. But once that moves by, it's the next system we're watching. So this is Tuesday afternoon. We're going to watch another rainmaker come our direction. That eventually moves out of here by the time we get you towards Wednesday. Then perhaps the next rainmaker arrives by the time we get you towards the latter half of the weekend. And some of the rain chances associated with that, they could be on the heavier side as we go through time. So from Monday night and then through Tuesday and into Wednesday, this is where we actually have a decent potential to see more than an inch of rain. But temperatures, they're going to be steady into the 60s. We see that sunshine returning by the time we get you towards Thursday through Friday, through Saturday. And check these temperatures. They're going up close to 70 degrees. The next decent rain chance, that arrives by Sunday next week. Temperatures will stay into the mid-60s even after a cold front moves on through. We'll see some lingering rain chances through next Monday and next Tuesday as well.
Okay, it's like a game of one of these things is not like the other. Can we just like cancel Wednesday?
Well, we'll see what we can do.
50s and storms.
But I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. We can't appreciate the sunshine without going through the rain, right? So.
Wise words.
Yeah, so I was going to say we have to go through the rain.
Well, and if you have to be stuck inside, sometimes it's nice to have that crummy day that you can just curl up on your couch, eat a nice bowl of chili or I just go with like pancakes.
You know, chili sounds good. It's May, or it's April, going on May, but I want chili
And
now.
it's basically our lunch.
I know.
Thanks, Chris.
My pleasure.
Badger State Brewing Company in Green Bay is still up and running and offering beer for pickup. Wow, we went from chili to beer pretty quickly. The company is actually expanding and adding a new brew to its menu that will help give back to people who work in the service industry. The company is joining hundreds of small brewers in more than 40 countries in the effort to produce it. The new brew is called All Together Beer. It'll be ready for purchase in a couple of weeks. Proceeds will go into 2 different funds to benefit hospitality workers. Restaurant workers have been among the hardest hit by this pandemic. In the first wave of 700,000 job losses in the month of March, 60% were bar and restaurant employees. And the National Restaurant Association estimates that a 3-month shutdown could mean the loss of up to 7 million jobs. But there are some bright spots amid this devastation. Creative ways chefs and owners are keeping their workers on the payroll while benefiting their communities too.
Once rated best restaurant in the world, 11 Madison Park's dining room now sits idle.
I miss my team. Usually there's 250 people working in this restaurant.
COVID-19 has moved the action into the kitchen, where just a handful of Chef Daniel Hume's employees prepare meals that won't cost diners a dime.
So essentially, you've turned this Michelin star restaurant into a soup kitchen.
A community kitchen. You know, if for like $1 million, we can produce 200,000 meals and create 100 jobs.
His former sous chef, Mac Josiak, helped him do it. He runs the nonprofit Rethink Food.
Rethink originally started as an organization that collected excess food and then redistributed it to local nonprofits.
With an assist from American Express, 11 Madison Park expanded that reach. Some 30 other eateries will be turned into distribution centers.
We were feeding about 2,000 to 3,000 people every day before Corona, and now we're feeding anywhere between 5,000 and 7,000 people a day. And at the end of this month, we hope to be feeding over 10,000 people a day.
Nationwide, the industry has laid off more than 3 million workers. Up to $100 billion in revenue could be lost by the end of this month. Across the country, some have found ways to feed that need. Emeralds in New Orleans, Nightbird in San Francisco, Lucille's in Houston. Not simply by lifting spirits on social media, but by keeping payroll afloat. Lessons Chef Chris Williams learned from Hurricane Harvey.
Our biggest concern is providing a space for our staff to be able to continue to provide for their families. We had to take profitability completely out of the equation.
Williams discounted prices by 30% and dedicated proceeds from his food and bottled ready-to-go cocktails to his team.
All right.
His new curbside pickup and delivery model allowed for 75% of his workers to remain on the job.
As opposed to utilizing all these apps, which we do use some of them, we wanted to drive our clientele to utilize to allow us to deliver for them. We know what the cost of doing business is: lights, rent, gas, goods, and then the people that it takes to make all that stuff, bring it all together.
What surprised you?
We figured the best that we would do would be $3,000 a week. Gratefully enough, we've been able to do more like 8 times that.
I think we have the most beautiful curbside pickup in the whole state.
In Lexington, Kentucky, Chef Weta Michael always fed the city's hungry. Now she's established an emergency relief fund for its newly unemployed. While she laid off 161 of her 200 employees, she kept them on health insurance and provides 3 meals a week and gift cards from a local supermarket.
There's a part of me that just wants to only help. It's hard to be in business right now when there's so many people who are out of business. And I'm so grateful to be able to do it.
In Harlem, Chef J.J. Johnson's field trip takes its name to heart, focusing on school children.
They haven't had hot meals in 2 weeks. So I'm going to start feeding shelter a week, about 200 bowls, and partner with Harlem Grown. And I'm going to make sure that they at least get one hot meal this week.
Johnson is also feeding hospital workers. That attitude has turned many spaces, like Brooklyn's Olmsted, into lifelines.
It'll give us meals for the next few days until we can hopefully get some of those unemployment funds.
Chef owner Greg Backstrom partnered with Maker's Mark, Brooklyn's hometown barbecue, and some of his distributors to turn his storefront into a food bank.
We're able to feed, several hundred of people a day with no end in sight.
You notice the people coming to get the food? They look familiar?
That part is pretty impactful. Like, you get to a place where you're seeing a couple of people that used to work for you. Take a gallon of milk, please.
Thanks to a GoFundMe page and loyal customers, he's also raised $75,000 for his crew while raising his voice for neighborhood businesses who need more government assistance.
I am using every freaking network that I can possibly have to have conversations with the former chef of the Obamas to the Tom Colicchios and use that platform to influence our legislators, to just help the people that are literally living around us.
Helping each other. One side effect Chef Daniel Hume hopes will define the industry on the other side of this pandemic.
Why do we only produce these meals today in such a crisis? Why haven't we produced meals for people in need much more frequent before? My hope is that we will learn from this, and I think hunger in this country can end.
Powerful words there. Looking for an escape from reality? A new mini-series takes us to a post-World War II Tinseltown. Plus, a new comic book is bringing the laughs along with one of the most popular characters right now on Netflix. We'll talk about what's trending next on News 3 Now This Morning, Sunday.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles, too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
I know for every pizza I deliver, that's a trip that family doesn't have to take out of their house. It relieves some stress off of me to let me know that I'm doing something good for the community, not just Papa John's.
The law offices of Gingras, Thompson, and Walks are here to support our community through this challenging time. We thank everyone bringing invaluable services to our neighbors. The Gingras, Thompson, and Walks team remains available to assist in any way.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Attorney Andrew Van Arsdale.
For decades, survivors of childhood sexual abuse were told it was too late for them to seek justice. No more. Statute of limitations prohibited organizations like the Catholic and Mormon churches, public and private school systems, Boy Scouts, and other youth organizations from being held accountable. No more. Call us today for a free confidential consultation. We're helping abuse survivors across the country say no more. Let us help you too.
Call 1-800-816-0723.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. And with great deals available, there's never been a better time to buy at your local dealership. To find a dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
Here at Curiosity Stream, we want to help keep your mind stimulated. For a limited time, we're offering a full year subscription for just $11.99. That's access to thousands of documentaries and award-winning programs. From dinosaurs to Dior, we've got something interesting and educational for everyone. Stay engaged and entertained. Stay in. Stay curious. At CuriosityStream.com.
Southern Wisconsin is our community.
Our home.
Our home. Our home. And in this time of uncertainty,
we need to stand together.
While staying apart.
While staying apart. Social distancing.
Social distancing for my family.
For my parents.
I'm social distancing for my 96-year-old mother.
I'm social distancing for my boys. We're in this together.
Together. Together.
We're all in this together, and we will get through this together.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at what is trending this morning. Tiger King is officially king of Netflix, according to the streaming site's latest ratings report. The show about Oklahoma zookeeper Joe Exotic's ongoing feud with Florida big cat sanctuary owner Carol Baskin racked up more than 5.3 billion streaming minutes during the last week of March. You'd think that everyone's staying at home or something. That's 50% more than the #2 show Ozark, also on Netflix. And because America can't seem to get enough of the Tiger King, Joe Exotic will now be the featured character in a comic book. Tidal Wave Productions says fans can look for the 22-page comic digitally and in print this June. New to Netflix, the miniseries Hollywood tells the story of post-World War II Tinseltown. The drama is set in the golden age of Hollywood and follows actors, writers, and filmmakers as they do whatever it takes to make their dreams come true. Patti LuPone, Darren Criss, and Jeremy Pope star in this. Hollywood starts streaming Friday. And CBS This Morning co-host Gayle King has a new call-in radio show on Sirius XM satellite radio. Gayle King in the House takes on questions about the coronavirus, tackling things like social distancing and homeschooling to mental health. The show airs live Thursdays at 4 o'clock our time. It will also be replayed throughout the week. If you don't have Sirius XM, you can try it out for free now through May 15th. Our commitment to bringing you more local news continues ahead in the next hour. We'll have the latest on the coronavirus, its impact here in Wisconsin, right after this.